All right, good evening and welcome to another episode. I apologize for the production quality. I know that YouTube has gotten pretty outlandish in people in their setups, but I'm in the middle of a move. I just moved from Denver, Colorado to Northern California, but I want to keep putting these videos out to get you guys some good information. So without further ado, in no specific order, I'm going to give you 5 things that you can avoid at your local gym in order to not make people around you frustrated. So, number 5, re-racking your weights. This is probably the most common thing that is done in the gym or not done that can make people upset. So if you're a newbie, go into a gym, or you've been going to the gym for about 3 months, 6 months. Here's the thing about re-racking your weights. That means taking the weights off the machine that you just worked out on. But not only that, when you go back to the weight tree, making sure that you put them in the right position. So a weight tree usually has 3 bars coming off of it. On the bottom will be 45s. On the next rung up will be 25s on one side, 35s on the other side. And on the next rung up will be 10s and then 5s and 2.5s. There's nothing more frustrating than going to the gym in the afternoon after people have already done their morning session and all the weights are scrambled. It's frustrating. Number 4, not using headphones. I know there's a new generation out there that's used to having their phone all the time with them, and they're doing Instagram and they're doing TikTok and they're playing YouTube, just like this video. Don't listen to this video without headphones on in the gym. There's already music playing in the overhead speakers. People are trying to listen to their own stuff. And if you go on a machine and you put your phone on the machine and think that nobody else can hear it, they absolutely can. So 100% use headphones. And if you forgot your headphones, just suck it up and you're going to have to listen to the crappy gym music. Number 3, walking in between somebody who's working out and the mirror. And I do have a caveat for this for lifters. So if somebody's lifting and doing something as simple as a bicep curl, and they're about 6 to 8 feet away from the mirror, do not walk in front of them to get your weights. Either wait the 30 seconds or 45 seconds and or walk around them. If they're using the weight that you want to use, well, just suck it up and you got to pick a weight that's plus or minus 5 pounds and walk around them and get that weight. Is it okay to lean in and kind of sneak a weight off the rack? Of course, that's fine. The caveat is for this, and it's not really a caveat, I'm really talking to the lifters here. Don't be that guy or girl that grabs your dumbbells off the rack and you step away 1 foot away from all of the dumbbells. And here's the reason why. Because if you're doing an exercise that's very compact, such as a bicep curl, yeah, you're probably only guarding about 3 different weights, say like 25 to 30 to 35. But if you're doing something as wide as a lateral raise, you could be blocking out so many weights, and not only on the top rack, but the bottom rack too. So don't be that guy or that girl. If you're getting weights off the rack, please step back and allow other people to have access, and hopefully they don't walk in front of you. Number 2, shoes. There's this new trend going around, and I know where it comes from. It comes from Instagram accounts like Squat University, which is a fantastic account. I highly recommend you follow it. But a unintended consequence of this gentleman's anatomy and physiology of how the feet are supposed to work, which is your toes look like this, and a regular athletic toe box is very narrow. It bunches your toes together. But back in the olden days before shoes, our toes used to look like this, like our hands. So when you walked across rock or sand or dirt or uneven terrain, you could grip the ground. Well, we're no longer in the 17 or 1800s, and they have a solution for this, which is getting lifting shoes that have a wider toe box so you can experience what they call toe splay, which is your toes having some room to spread out and grip the floor. But what I don't want to see and what nobody wants to see is you in your dirty ass socks on the weightlifting platform because somebody might be supersetting an exercise where they are deadlifting or squatting, and then they're also doing push-ups and burpees, and then they're just laying in your socks wet. I'm not trying to be funny. In a very, very honest way, sweat, heat of the gym, and bacteria can create things such as staph infection and ringworm. And those are things that you don't want to have. So please, please, please leave your shoes on. There is a time and a place to take your shoes off if you are a pro and if you're at the right gym, which is an actual dedicated Olympic weightlifting gym or bro lifting gym, and you are really getting down and dirty and you're putting 405 on the bar. Respect. But at a local gym, what I don't want to see is high school kids all taking off their Crocs and then just walking around in their socks. This is not your home. This is the gym. And the number one rule, without further ado, this is very simple. If there's any doubt on what you're supposed to do in the gym, if etiquette wise, the most fit person wins. No words need to be spoken. This is just like, I think I'm pretty good in shape for my age, but there are people at the gym that are my age that are more in shape, and this will always be the case. There's always going to be people that are more in shape and less in shape, and if you're approaching machine and somebody else is approaching machine and it looks like you're about to go for the same thing, the unwritten rule is you look at that person, and if they're more yoked than you are, you take a stutter step, and if they take it, they take it. That's all there is to it. So I don't want to see people getting fixated on a weight or getting fixated on a machine, and then you're both going for it for the same time, and who wins. Just have some situational awareness. If you're approaching some stud or studette that looks like they live at the gym, they get priority. So those are 5 tips for you to have good etiquette in the gym. I'll see you on the next video, hopefully with a better setup, but maybe not, because what I'm trying to convey is I'm just like you. I'm a dad. I got 2 kids, job, all the responsibilities of school and homework and all the after school activities. And so this is just the life that I live. And I want you to stay in shape and cut out some time for yourself to be fit. See you on the next video.